Jandel might be leaving Grow a Garden. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to believe because Jandel is literally the face of Grow a Garden, but a lot of people have been saying that he might be leaving Grow a Garden for another game. And yeah, we're gonna get back to this in just a second. We're also gonna be talking about if Jandel really is leaving Grow a Garden like other YouTubers have been saying for the longest time. Before we start though, leave a like, subscribe as usual. We're trying to get to 400,000 subscribers, so help me out. Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So Grow a Garden, most of you already know what this game is, and most of you probably already know who Jandal is because he's literally the face of Grow a Garden. The guy who does admin abuses every week, the guy who releases the updates, who announces the updates. He's considered the developer, the owner of Grow a Garden, and rightfully so, he has kind of placed himself in that situation where he is kind of considered the main developer of Grow a Garden, which is, by the way, far from the truth. There is a lot of people that work on this game, and not every single decision is actually made by Jandel. He is just one of the developers, and I believe one of the owners of the game. But recently, there has been some talk going around where a lot of people have been talking about Jandel leaving Grow a Garden, or at least moving his attention away from Grow a Garden. And honestly, I can't lie, there is signs of Jandel pushing himself a little bit further and further away from Grow a Garden and its updates, you know, admin abuses and all of that stuff. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all of this and the fact that Jandel has bought a completely separate game and is actually fully working on that game now, as going as far as even doing admin abuses on that game, and that game is actually pretty popular, like more popular than most games on Roblox right now. Okay, let's step back, let's start from the beginning. As you guys know, Grow a Garden has been going through a rough patch for the past few weeks now. Players have been dwindling, updates have been getting kind of repetitive, and things have just been slightly not fun for a while. A lot of people have been complaining, and the community around Grow a Garden is just genuinely starting to get a little bit negative. This happens with every single game ever, right? Games become stale. At the end of the day, there is just so many things you can do to make a game survive, right? Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, this is probably the reason why Jandal is kind of stepping away from Grow a Garden, because of how, I guess, complicated things are becoming. You guys have probably seen this game right over here. This is Plants vs. Brainrots. It's a very, very popular game. Even right now, guys, it has 72,000 active players on a school day. It is literally Monday, and there is 72,000 people actually playing this game. In fact, this game is so popular, it is the 14th most popular game on Roblox. Yes, it's in the top 15 games on Roblox right now. Guys, this game was literally released, I think like a month or two ago. So yeah, this is absolutely insane how popular this game has gotten. And honestly, when this game came out, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. It had a cool take and all, but yeah, honestly, wasn't too interested in this game because yeah, it just seemed like one of those other games that was capitalizing on brain rots. Ooh, brain rots. But recently, I was just going through this, and as you guys can see, I clicked on the group, which is Yogot Studios, and check this out. This game is owned by Jandel. Look at this. I'm not even kidding. This is actually Jandel, the person who owns Grow a Garden, now owns this game too, or at least is the owner of Yogot Studios. By the way, this wasn't owned by Jandel like a week ago. This is recent. This is like something that happened very recently. Once again, I just want to clear something out. Jandel did not make this game. I believe he just purchased this game. Once again, very, very recently, like this month. 100% sure it was done this month. But yeah, I went ahead and checked who the owner of this group is. And as you guys can see, the top ranking role is actually given to Jandel. And this got me very, very interested because, why does Jandel own this competitor to Grow a Garden? I'm intrigued. Okay, I'm like super intrigued right now. So then I decided to join their Discord server. This Discord server is actually quite popular. It has about 50,000 people inside of it. And as you guys can see, it's actually quite similar to Grow a Garden. We have stocks, just like in Grow a Garden. So this game is kind of a mix of Grow a Garden and Steal a Brainrot, the two most popular games on Roblox right now, which is, once again, very interesting in my opinion. And as I was just scrolling through this Discord server, I decided to go over to game announcements. And who is this? It's Jandel, just asking for ideas and stuff like he does on Grow a Garden. For reference guys, on the official Grow a Garden Discord server, as you guys can see, Jandel has been less and less active, which is kind of interesting. Like, look at this, all of these updates are made by DJ Jai, except for here, which was like 2 weeks ago now, which is insane. 2 weeks ago when Jandel became more active on Plants vs Brain Rots. I'm starting to see kind of a pattern here. So I decided to go ahead and just do a little bit more research on Plants vs Brain Rots, and as you guys can see, this game peaked at a whopping 500,000 players. In fact, this game has been steadily just rising for the past few weeks. This is just 1 week's data, guys. Look at how much this game has grown in the span of 1 week, from averaging about 20,000 people to now averaging almost 100k at times. Insane! Once again, I just want to remind you guys, this game is extremely new, just on September 8th. Yes, like 10 or 15 days ago, September 8th, this game had 4,000 players. That's how new this game is, and today it's sitting at 50,000 players at once, which is insane. Oh, and you remember this peak right over here? You might be wondering why a bunch of people just decided to randomly play the game at this one specific time. It's because Jandel is hosting admin abuses inside of Plants vs Brain Rots. But now it brings me on to the question, is Jandel quitting Grow a Garden? As sad as it might be, yes, but also no. Look, Jandel is still a lead developer of Grow a Garden, but I think he is just stepping away from the game, trying not to be the face of the game anymore, because it is true, this game has become kind of negative. The player base of this game has become very, very negative. The game has kind of shifted from this fun, wholesome family game to who can get the best seeds and the best pets and what the best value for my pet with the massive fat mutation is. The way this game was going, even in like its first or second month of release, I could tell, and I'm not that smart, but I could tell that this game is gonna have some problems going down the line. Because honestly, all of the updates and just every single part of this game is hype based. The pets you have, the plants you have, the garden guide, every single thing is hype based. There is no real value to these things except for the fact that, oh look, I have this cool item. You wanna buy this cool item from me? You can buy this cool item from me if you have a cool item to give me in return. Now, does this mean that Jandel is going to completely disconnect himself from Grow a Garden? I highly doubt it. I think we are still gonna be seeing Jandel doing some admin abuses, but of course we're also gonna be seeing people like DJ Jai being more active inside of the Discord server and during admin abuses. We might also see Jandel more active inside of Plants vs Brain Rot, because yeah, honestly, this game just seems more fresh, it just seems more new. The community is probably not as toxic, and whatever Jandel did wrong inside of Grow a Garden, he's probably gonna apply inside of this game, like a fresh canvas to make a new painting on, you know what I mean? People aren't happy about this, as always, as it's always been. It seems like anything the Grow a Garden developers do, people are not happy with, and honestly guys, Jandel is free to do whatever he wants to. He can go buy a new game if he wants to, he can abandon Grow a Garden if he wants to. It's his decision at the end of the day, but he is not abandoning Grow a Garden like a lot of people have been saying. He is just working on a new project like a lot of us do. Even as a YouTuber, I get tired of making videos on a single game. I want to branch out, I want to make videos on even more games. And that's just how it is, even for developers. So hopefully this game becomes something fun, something cool for us to enjoy, maybe even make videos on. Let me know what you guys think about Plants vs Brain Rots. I think it's a pretty cool concept. Once again, Jandel is not leaving Grow a Garden. He happened to have just bought a separate game and is working on that new project. Anyways, of course, as always, drop a like, subscribe. Grow a Garden is not dying either, by the way. It has like 600,000 players, which is insane. 600,000 players is insane. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.